Hi, my name is Tony Lee Adamson, and this is a Daily Disciples Devotional. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever found yourself being in a place of saying, if that one incident hadn't happened, I wouldn't end up here? And sometimes you're still in the beginning of that incident, so you're not sure how this is going to play out. But for most of us, we realize that that one incident was a key component to get us to the place that God wanted us to go. And I saw this in Joseph's life. In Genesis 37, Joseph's father asked him to go find his brothers. Well, Joseph got lost along the way. But there was a man who watched Joseph and asked him, "What are you looking for?" And Joseph replied, "I'm looking for my brothers. Can you tell me where they are grazing their flocks?" "They have moved on from here," the man answered. "I heard them say, 'Let's go to Dothan.'" So Joseph then headed down to find his brothers. Do you realize that if that man wasn't in that place at that time, Joseph would have never been sold by his brothers? Do you realize that that man in the field that approached Joseph knew where his brothers came from, knew where his brothers were going? Do you know how many times Joseph must have thought in prison, why did God let me run into that man? Why was he there at that time that led to all these horrible things as I am now a slave and a prisoner in Egypt? There are many things that happen in our lives that we could say, why did that one incident happen that I am now in this place? Well, let me tell you, if God has given you promises, and if you know the Lord, God has purposely set certain people in certain places for your good, to get you to where you need to be. You might be in that time right now that you feel like you're in captivity, you're in bondage, you're in slavery, but God has a plan. You keep looking to Him. You keep calling out to Him, because He can work all things together for good, and He will accomplish the promises that He has just for you. And just like Joseph, who had questions, so do we today. But don't give up hope. Don't lose heart. Continue to pray and to be faithful to what He has called you to do, because in time you will reap if you do not grow weary. All right? Okay, this was Daily Disciples Devotional. We'll catch you next time.